Hello and welcome back to Fable Anniversary for part 2. And so, we're just where we left off. We are going to start our hero journey, essentially. Do our training and see what we can get out of that. We will just quickly speak to these guys.
50 seconds! We're discussing whether I'm the fastest apprentice in this guild. I ran to the demon door and back in 50 seconds! Beat that!
We will try to do this. I've done it a few times, it's not too difficult.
Right then, get to the demon door and back and talk to me in 50 seconds!
Yeah, well, if it wasn't for my injured leg, I would beat that time.
They're in our way. The demon door is just over this bridge, you can see it right there. They've become quite a staple in the Fable universe. Okay, so we've made pretty good... Oh no, that might screw us up. We might still be able to just make it. I was about to say we made pretty good time on the first run there, but oh dear, it's going to be quite close.
No chance! I'm the That's amazing! How did you do it? I lost my bet!
Oh, so we've got a little bit of gold for that. I believe there's other little missions you can do as well. I think there's one where you can collect apples for the chef, one where you can kill birds around as well. We're not going to do those, we will just focus on the training.
You've finally prized yourself from your pillow, I see.
All right, lad. It's time to see if you've any potential. Get in the ring. Now then, I want you to hit that dummy as hard as you can. Just keep going till I tell you to stop. Not making much of an impact there, are you? Here, try with this. When you destroy an enemy like this dummy, it drops an experience orb. These orbs contain the knowledge gained from killing the creature. It's very important that you collect these orbs, or you won't learn anything. Now pick it up. Well done, lad. Now then, tomorrow we'll... That's the gold alarm. Sounds like there might be something loose in the woods.
This is a good opportunity to test your spirit. I'll wait for you at the guild woods entrance, while you deal with the problem. Once you're done, we can talk about starting your training.
Okay, so we've got our first sort of proper mission. Can use our trusty new stick, our first weapon, to solve it. Yeah, these aren't too difficult. They get one shot. I think you can even kill them pretty easy if you're not even using the stick. There we are. We gained a little bit of renown and a little bit of gold for it. One of the guild masters here, Maze, actually, no, pardon me.
Those beetles can be a damn nuisance. Here, I think you've earned yourself some pocket money for that. If you want more gold, I'm sure the servants could use your help with something. Or you can get an early night.
We'll begin our apprentice training.
The guild was now the boy's life. The memory of the Oakvale flames still scorched his mind, but soon he had no thought other than training, and he became stronger and more agile with every passing year. His days were filled with grueling exercises, the nights with study in the library. Finally, he was ready to become a guild apprentice, just as Maze had foreseen. The real training was about to begin.
Get out of bed, lazy bones. We were supposed to meet the guildmaster on the other side of the river, but that was an hour ago. We better get going. Race you there.
So, as I was saying, one of the guildmasters here, Maze, I actually have a beautiful black cat, which I named after that character. I just really like the name, and as you can see, we're a bit older now. I guess we've been training with this stick for about 5 years. Oh, there's Whisper trying to beat us.
Must be the guildmaster.
Late again? You can put that old stick away. We'll begin training with real weapons now. Get used to the weight of this sword, and let's see if you can hit Whisper with it.
Come on then. Let's see what you've got, farm boy.
So she blocks virtually most attacks except the flurry, which you can do by holding X.
Now pay attention. What I'm about to teach you could well save your life one day.
The life of a hero is a dangerous one, and you must learn to block your enemy's attacks if you expect to live long. Whisper will try to hit you, but you can block her attacks with your sword. Not all blows can be blocked, but you should be able to handle anything Whisper can throw at you.
I'll hit you next time.
Well done. Now let's see if you can combine attack and defense. Ah, hello, Thunder. Come to check on your sister's progress, have you?
You could say that. Whisper told me you've got her training with some farm boy.
Maze thinks the boy has great potential.
Enough to keep up with my Whisper. Ha!
Well, why don't we see? Whisper and the boy are just working on their melee skills now. All right, children. Let's see who has learnt the most in their training. This will be a no-holds-barred duel, just like your final melee test. Prepare yourselves.
She's not too tough. She's pretty easy to beat. And after this, we can actually do a little examination. And essentially, we just need to beat her without taking a hit and get an additional sword.
All wrong,
So
Whisper.
just like that, really.
You need to practice more. Shame you couldn't see me fight in the arena. You might have learned a thing or two. Keep training if you want to go there yourself one day.
I could have beaten him if you hadn't stopped us.
We have few enough heroes as it is, without the two of you tearing each other apart in training.
Speaking of which, meet me as I make my way to the archery range, when you're ready to continue your lessons.
Oh, and about your melee performance.
Excellent. Fight like that in your melee exam and you'll do well.
We'll continue.
Then meet me by the archery range to continue your training.
So soon enough, there'll be a guy in a black robe who will come here with Whisper, and we can speak to him and do an examination. And we'll do that, and he'll give us a a sword for it, an iron katana, if I'm not mistaken.
Are you ready for your archery training?
But for now, we're going to do the archery training.
Let's continue our training with the bow.
To begin with, see if you can hit the 3 stationary targets.
And put some effort into it. The longer you pull back your bowstring, the more damage you will cause.
But make sure you stay within the circle.
Archery is probably my least favorite part of this game's combat. It just doesn't feel all that great to use, in my opinion. There is an examination we can do for archery as well after this, but we're not going to do that.
Well done! You hit all the targets. Unfortunately, most foes don't stand still. So let's see how you fare against moving targets. You have a minute to score as many points as you can. The front target is worth 1 point, the middle one is worth 3, and the one at the back will score you 9 points.
And remember, the longer you pull back your bowstring, the more damage the shot will cause.
More damage means more points, but you have to balance power, firing rate, and accuracy. Let's see what you can do. Come on, lad. Get your bow out.
Okay, well, we'll try our best. I've never been too great at this archery little... Oh, well, having said that, I did just get a headshot there. But now we are missing quite a bit.
Excellent shooting, my lad. Do that in your skill test and I'll be most impressed.
Next, we will learn about the ways of the will.
Speak to me when you're ready to continue with your training. I'll be heading to the island by the waterfalls.
So yeah, archery, I'm not the greatest at it. I think I've done quite a few playthroughs of this game. I think I only did an archery build once, where I focused primarily on dexterity and, you know, really shooting. So I just never really enjoyed it too much. I've much more enjoyed the melee and magic system in the game. The magic system's actually pretty good. There's quite a few versatile spells that you can use. It's a shame because in the future installments, Fable 2 and 3, they actually dumbed down the magic system, or they sort of combined them, and it ultimately resulted in fewer spells. I'm not too sure why they did that.
Will left to learn. It's time to learn about will powers. We'll begin by striking these strong dummies with lightning.
All right, let's see what you've got. That's it. See how many you can hit in half a minute. Only attack dummies that are facing the center of the island. You won't get any points for hitting one on the back. You'll only waste valuable mana. Using your will powers depletes your mana, and once used, it takes time to replenish.
Okay, so we just gotta wait until they turn back around. So we only have lightning so far, but we will get a lot more spells.
Excellent use of magic. Well done.
Very good, lad. You have learnt the 3 hero disciplines. We can now move on to your final test if you're ready. Or you can spend some more time exploring the guild. I believe Whisper is about to go into the guild woods, if you wish to join her.
Very well. I'll be in the map room when you're ready to continue.
So we will go to the guild woods first to play Whisper. Before we do that, we will just take this examination here and try to get the highest score.
Melee combat? Right. This melee combat against Whisper counts. Right. Let's get Whisper in. I have a special prize for you if you manage an A+. All right, you can stop now. That was very impressive. Whisper should be ashamed. A+. That grade means I can award you a new weapon.
There we go, and it's slightly better than what we got. So it's just 2 extra damage.
You really showed Whisper.
But we're not going to be focusing too much on swords as it is, but we will just try and do this magic test as well.
Need will training. You've got 30 seconds once you first cast lightning to hit as many targets as you can. There's a special prize for... Bloody hell, A+. The Guildmaster said to award these items to anyone who excelled at the will test. I still haven't seen anyone perform better than you.
So we just got a will potion, but we're going to get so many of those quite soon actually. It's not too great of a prize. So yeah, we're not going to do this one. We just get a crossbow at the end of it if we get high enough points. But I don't think we're going to be able to do that. So we're just going to the woods.
The beetle nest is just at the top of the... Wait. Did you hear that? It's coming from over there. Bandits. If only we could get across that stream. I know. Why don't you use your bow? Or some of that lightning the Guildmaster taught you? I'll heal you if you get hurt.
We will actually use our bow for this, just because it's a little bit easier. There we go. Headshot.
We did it! Did you see the look on their faces? Wait till the Guildmaster hears about this.
Okay, let's quickly grab their experience orbs. Oh, actually, no, looks like we can't grab them. They're stuck over on the other side. That's unfortunate.
Archery grading. Any apprentices for archery grading?
I first got introduced to Fable quite randomly. I mean, it was something that my friend recommended I play for quite a while. He kept telling me about the game, so the more he was telling me about it, the more interested I became. And then eventually I think he brought his game over when he came to my house, Fable 2. And we started playing. I just really liked it. I liked the freedom in the game, the amount of things you could do. And so Fable 2 really got me invested into this world, this universe. And since then I just have kept playing every year. So we're going to progress onto the final training now.
The boy mastered the skills quickly, but there was always more to learn. For years, the guild was his home, his school, and his life. But as time passed, his thoughts returned always to the world outside, the life he had lost, the family that had been torn from him. At last, only the final day of tests remained. Success would mark the end of his training. He would receive the guild seal and be free to forge his own destiny. He would become a hero. Before you graduate, there is one final test you must complete. Enter the guild woods and go to the log at the top of the hill. The test will be revealed to you there. Good luck.
I suppose you're wondering how you pass the final test then. It's simple. You must defeat me, using all you've learned in your years of training. We'll begin with your sword. Hit me, if you can. Attack me!
So sort of a similar deal with Whisper. We can't actually hit him. He always blocks unless we do a flourish. In which case we block past his defense.
Very good. Now, shoot me with your bow. Don't get too close.
For the most part, he always just blocks dudes. I don't think I've ever actually shot him.
A good strike. Excellent! And finally, cast lightning at me. That's enough. Yes, quite impressive for a novice. You will find real battles rather more fatal than this. But you have passed your final test, and you're ready to receive your guild seal from the guild master.
Okay, so that's all of our training done in the guild. So now we're just going to return to the guild master. I believe we're going to the Chamber of Heroes, and he will give us the guild seal. Oh, yeah. Here we go.
Well, this is the day, lad.
I remember the first night you came to us, and look at you now.
Maze's faith in you was well placed. Now come along. The graduation ceremony will take place in the Chamber of Fate, the oldest part of the guild. Let the apprentices approach. For many years now, you have worked hard to earn yourselves the title of hero. Today, that apprenticeship ends and you go out into the world to do great deeds. Deeds that will bring you the gratitude of thousands, or strike fear into their hearts. These are dark times. The shadows of Albion are stirring, and strange winds are blowing. Your choices, whether they lead you down the path of good or evil, will change the face of the world.
Guild seals, adventure forth, hero. It's time for you to leave us now. But you're still very much part of the guild. On the map table, you will find details of any quests the people of Albion wish heroes to perform. And you'll need to return often to focus all your experience into new skills.
Only by doing this regularly will you advance as a hero.
Step into the light, and I'll show you how to do this.
Right, so yeah, so here we have the selection of upgrading our physical abilities. So our physique obviously increases our damage, health increases our health bar, and toughness just increases that durability, you know, how much damage we take. And there's obviously stuff to do with dexterity. This is actually quite useful regardless of what kind of build you go for, at least speed is. Speed is always important to invest to, especially if you're a melee fighter. But we're mostly going to be focusing on magic for our playthrough. Now we can only get a couple spells to start off with. And we are going to... We'll pick up Fireball. And that's all we can get for the moment.
There is little else for me to teach you, but I will always be around to offer you guidance. And your guild seal will allow me to communicate with you at all times.
You will also notice it flashing when you have enough experience to spend. I have given you a basic pack of supplies. It'll be enough for a while.
Now there's a whole world for you to explore.
Okay.
Check the guild for more quests.
So with our training in the guild done, and as we're just about to step on our path to basically become a hero in the world, that will be all for now. So be sure to check through for the next episode that will come in a few days' time. Until then, see ya.